You don't like pumpkin pie?
No, I don't like that taste.
Pumpkin bread?
No.
You're getting the wrong pumpkin pie. You're getting a gummy pumpkin pie and not a custardy pumpkin pie.
Okay. My father told me, Texter says, that we're going to lose to Albany. How do I explain to him that we're still a good team and are no danger Saturday? Well, I think
bet him.
Take the answer.
Bet him.
Yeah, that's the truth. Tell your dad you'll line up for a bet and talk about your inheritance and say, Dad, I know you're going to give equal shares to my brother and sister, but I'll cut a little deal here with you.
Yeah.
Texter. Do you think the clock could have easily been managed better at the end of the first half to not give an opportunity to score with 2 timeouts, Jamie? Well, no, what I think is...
gentlemen paid to do their job to get calls correct. Should have got the calls correct.
Call the OPI, and I don't think we're sitting here talking about it. Enjoying a nice cold beer on Labor Day at the golf course. Hope to see you guys this weekend. Joey B. Look at that, Hoppy. Guys out there, the Connection 304.
He's got 304s.
Beautiful day.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Can is great.
Texter says, this is how I'm coping with the Penn State loss. Seth from Williamstown, currently in North Myrtle. Got a little picture here from North Myrtle. Look at that. Dad and his young little son there near the ocean.
Good spot.
Well done.
Texter, I never thought a podcast would change the way my mind functions. I work at an auto dealership in Marietta, Ohio. We sell and rent golf carts.
By the way, he wrote it Ohio. Well done.
Yeah. You wrote it Ohio.
Yeah.
Lou Wendell himself is renting a cart for us from the Marietta Sternwheel Festival when he brings his sternwheeler up for the event. Going over our cart rentals and deliveries in the meeting, I say, man, Lou Wendell Marine Sales in St. Albans is everywhere. From the Olympics to bringing Penn State to Morgantown, and now they're in Marietta, Ohio. Tony's sponsor reads, our next level. I look forward to every new episode. Let's go Mountaineers. Josh in Parkersburg, West Virginia. And speaking of Lou Wendell Marine Sales, when it comes to pontoon boats, Lou Wendell is the premier pontoon boat dealer in our state of West Virginia. Need we say more? For over 40-plus years, Lou Wendell has been the place when it comes to having fun and a whole lot more. Plus, those Gator Tough John Series boats, G3s, durability, dependability, and value. Outdoorsman, it's the perfect boat. Check them out at Lou Wendell Marine Sales. Texter, I am the real Nick the Greek, and it's not Tony's neighbor. Let me know the best way to hook you all up, and I'll make it happen. Thanks for all you do. Signed by Nick the Greek. And he's got like a food festival coming up here. So the Greek Food Festival in Clarksburg. Why don't you go out there and get you some? The Greek food's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Greek food, they do a nice job. Big lamb. They're big lamb people. I got a lamb in my freezer at home right now.
Well, let it out.
Oh, you remember the girl that brought us the lamb? You remember?
Yes.
She came here, remember? She showed us the pig. Remember? Nice young lady. I bought a lamb from her.
Did you?
Yeah, it's awesome. I did, what have I done so far? I did lamb burgers twice. Really good. Really, really good. Thank you.
Have it with that chilled red wine.
I could marinate with that red wine. I got a lamb shoulder I could marinate with it. Do a slow cook. Anyway, good day, 3 guys. Fresh from our first Morgantown visit, I believe an update is due. Remember this? This was a good one. Where everything other than the performance delivered, the family got the full West Virginia game day experience. Daniels was visited. Fine-looking Phil was met. A soccer win was witnessed. Many pepperoni rolls consumed, and drinks off of a shovel were enjoyed, or should be survived. A huge thanks to Scott and his family for being the best host, and we cannot wait to do it all again. You remember this? So, there's a picture there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this was the gentleman from England, Portsmouth, England.
Oh, yeah.
Coming to his first game, now lives in Texas.
And he adopted West Virginia.
Right.
Yeah.
He adopted West Virginia as his team.
Thanks to Scott. Scott had a big part in that.
Right. And so they brought him to the game for the first time, so they got the full WV experience, and he says he's in.
Went to see the Fighting Dan Stratfords.
Yeah.
Ranked number 1.
Number 1 in the world.
Number 1 in the world. Had him on my public affairs program this week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Big road test coming up this weekend.
Get two tough games. Friday, Tuesday. They're staying out there twice. 3 guys. This is a really long text, but this is the guy, Heath from Baltimore, also known as the Three Guys Wine Guy.
This is our guy that...
Yeah. I was in town for the Penn State game. I attended your food court for the first time. Unfortunately, not there early enough to get any of Kevin's brisket. It's sold out, but I did snag some pulled pork. I'm usually not a fan, but this was pretty darn good. I can only imagine how good the brisket is. While I missed the brisket, I did arrive early enough to see none other than the dean himself. I even got a picture made with him, had a brief conversation. I also gave him 3 bottles of wine, which he was supposed to share with Tony and Brad. It wasn't discussed on air, so hopefully he didn't pull a Tony and hog it for himself. Tony, there's a bottle of Chianti Classico for you, no-brainer. Brad and Hoppy a little tougher, but there was a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot for them to fight over. Sorry if Brad and Hoppy aren't wine drinkers. I sell it for a living, so I thought that might be the best way to connect. I'd love to hear feedback when you finally crack them open.
It was a very nice, we had a nice visit. And as I said, the Sauvignon was very, I enjoyed that over the Labor Day weekend. Spaced it out a little bit, but enjoyed that.
Thank you, Heath.
You're also in the fridge.
All right, very good. Big Guy in Mullins writes, hello, Scopes, Spreads, and Hanky Panky. One of my instructors is 80 years old. I've been talking to him over the last week about the game. He kept telling me not to believe the hype. West Virginia didn't have a shot. He said he remembers West Virginia winning 4 times in his life. I told him we're long overdue. He said history always repeats itself. Had to swallow my pride when I've seen him, and he says he was right. I'm 38, never had that West Virginia Penn State rival. I only remembered them playing the last 2 years. This is a good thing because I don't want to get used to getting beat by them. Love the show. Signed by Big Guy in Mullins. Along his point, he has an 80-year-old gentleman that has seen West Virginia win 4 times. I got a note this week from Jerry Stone, Hoppy. You know Jerry?
Yes.
You know Jerry. Sure,
yeah,
you know Jerry.
Yeah.
He said, quote, I may be the only person alive who has seen West Virginia beat Penn State 4 times in a tie. 88-84.
Right.
Old Mountaineer Field 21-7 and 55. 14-14 tie in 58. 53, my friend and I were taken to State College by his granddad. We won 20-19 when Bruce Bosley blocked a punt, recovered in the end zone, and Jack Stone kicked the extra point. I was 13 years old. I was not in State College in 54 when we won 19-14. I thought it might be interested if you mention this on Sportsline or on the Three Guys podcast to see if anyone ties or breaks my record. So anyone out there that has seen West Virginia beat Penn State at least 4 or more than 4 times? It's only happened 9 ever.
I've only seen
2.
I've only seen 2. I've seen a lot of L's. I can tell you that. And that series has always been a one-sided series. Number one. Number two, I think West Virginia has wanted to view that, guys, as a rivalry, and Penn State does not view that as a rivalry. They have other rivals.
Oh yeah. Jay in Asheville, North Carolina. I sent a text last football season that may become an annual tradition. I had no idea it would be necessary this early this season, but it's abundantly clear that it is the case based on listening to the post-Penn State textual healing. So here goes. To quote one of the great philosophers of our time, Aaron Charles Rodgers, RELAX, relax. There. I had to shoot that bullet a bit earlier than anticipated, but it's a long season. The Mountaineers will win. Just relax. Texter, first time I've texted. Been listening to the podcast since it started. I can't tell you guys how many drives and dog walks you got me through. Wishing that we would have beaten the Nittany Kitties last weekend, but they are simply the better team. We needed to play our best to win. We didn't. Everyone continues to bash the coach to sit back and realize a few things. Took over a severely depleted roster. 20 had this thing called COVID, followed by the portal NIL. Those are beyond challenging circumstances no other coach in our history has faced. I believe we're trending in the right way, bright future. P.S. Nice chatting with you, Tony, at the Friday Mac event. Mike in Orlando.
Long season.
Yeah. I said, let's do a 1-month evaluation. Last year, lost the first one, finished the month 3-1.
No, I'll be in panic mode every week, so I'll do that. You do a longer evaluation. I'll do the micro paranoia.
Okay. Mary Lou in Ohio.
Tough first 2 months.
Oh, you think?
Mary Lou in Ohio. It's Wednesday. I'm finally listening to your Sunday show. I know West Virginia had a large number of recruits present. How do you think the result or play in the game affects the recruits' interest in our program? A lot differently than I think the perception is there.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people think team loses. Well, I'm not going there. That's
Different. That's not really.
there's that math doesn't. That's not the math equation. Sometimes you might, but it's about so many other things beside that actual game.
And by the way, as the philosopher Brad House said, that West Virginia won the Public Relations National Championship on leading up to the game, they also got exposed to some of that.
Sure.
So they saw the atmosphere. They saw what's possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking to Darren DeVries.
Yeah.
Because he had 2 recruits in Friday, and they brought him in through the crowd at the McAfee show. And right when they arrived, I believe the students had a chant going regarding West Virginia's opponent next week.
Oh, okay.
And he said that kids looked at him and were like, "Whoa, this is real." So, yeah.
Hope they got a chance to introduce them to NBA talent Deuce McBride, who was in-house.
Deuce was
made a nice shot.
By the way, I saw Coach Stevenson over at basketball practice this week. Yeah, he and I both.
Coach Stevenson was there?
Yeah. He's with the Washington Wizards, getting ready. Got a little bit of a foot thing he's got to come back from, but we took a little practice. He was crushing down his lunch, sitting there on the bench, and we were watching practice.
He's priceless.
Giving feedback.
He's beautiful.
Yeah. Can he play? Can we just bring him back? I mean, Brad, what are the rules on that?
Are no rules. Wish we could.
Yeah, he could.
One of the all-time great one and dones.
Oh, absolutely.
Texter. My buddy from Norway loved his time in Morgantown. So we had a guy from England. We had a guy from Norway.
International.
I truly believe we gained a member to the Mountaineer family. He wants to come back. He said our pregame is the best he has ever seen. Maybe next time he can sing Country Roads. Let's tune it up against Albany, but not overlook them. They're legit. They could win the FCS. Ben in Roanoke. Logan from Greenbrier County writes in. I mean, he went full bore in his love. Put that picture up there. So look at this here, boys. So there's Logan. He's with Pat White. He's with Owen Schmidt. He got it behind McAfee.
Man.
And he's down there in the crowd. So like Logan's birthday, it says here, Logan's birthday is Monday. So a happy birthday, Logan. Remember we met him down in Greenbrier County.
Yes. Well, he was... He got in with everybody there.
Yeah, he was. Wait
a minute, there's a picture of him and Bill Clinton.
Well done.
He was efforty. We collectively ran into a Mack truck. Those Nittany Lions have a good one this year. Looking forward to get the game right this week. First time in history. Men's soccer team's #1. I'm not sure what genius was responsible for hiring Dan Stratford, but he's continuing to do some amazing things on a national level. Ben in Chicago. Got a question here that we need to answer.
Might have happened on this show.
Might have.
Live.
First live.
We should go back and pull that video when Hoppy did that. That was great. Hey, Tony and crew, longtime listener, first-time texter, Dr. M from Morgantown. Here's the question. Can well-behaved golden retrievers come to the food court? My wife has been saying I talk about three guys too much, and I told her she could bring our dog to the food court Friday if it's allowed to see what it's all about. And here's the dog. Look at that beautiful dog. Hell
Yes,
yeah, you can bring that dog.
Yes.
Bring that little puppy over. What a cutie.
Hop, I had a golden retriever for 15 years.
Really?
My guy Ryder. They're the best.
Man, they are the best.
Now you think that
Bring Ted. We'd love to see him.
Now you think Ted got that pullover? Is that a Peter Millar? Put that back up there, Zach. Did he get that at Daniel's Men's Store on University Avenue?
Appears to be.
I didn't know Phil was doing that. Now I knew Phil had some women's gear now. Peter Millar.
He does have women's gear in there.
So I didn't know he went to dogs too.
This would be a good weekend for some of that. Might be a little cool.
You need the quarter zip.
Yeah.
Quarter zip.
Hey, they got a nice vest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd like to get my picture made with that dog.
Ted.
Yeah.
Ted's one of the good ones. Terrific.
Great dogs.
Ted's
Love to
got.
see him.
Hey, I'll just tell you this. Ted's got great feet. Great feet. Hi, guys. Butch from Reevesville, second-time texting. I'm a weekly viewer. I was watching the game Saturday and listening to you, Tony. When I thought about Ren or Neal talking about honoring the coal miner with black unis at a night game, I thought about The ability to turn the new stadium lights on and off would be nice if they would fit the players' helmets with temporary minor lights